Welcome back guys. So today I will explain you FID, or you can say first input delay, and TBT, which is total blocking time. They both are related, you will understand later in the video. There is Core Web Vital series. If you want to watch other small videos on Core Web Vital series, check the link in description. All of them, they're few minutes and they will really make a big impact on your website speed and grow your business. And if you want to learn such amazing content which is not easily available on the YouTube, and you really improve your web skills, then smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And it is a good chance for you to learn these metrics in such a short time. Okay, with that said, let's see first what is FID, or first input delay, and then I will explain you what is TBT, total blocking time. So FID measures time from when a user first interacts with a page to the time when the browser is actually able to begin processing the event handlers in response to this interaction. These events can be click on a link, this event can be tap on a button, or any JavaScript control event. Okay, let me explain in simple terms what does that mean. Okay, so this is my website, and you can see there's a menu button here, and if I click on this button, you can see this menu appears. And when I click on cross, the menu disappears. So the time when I click on the menu button to the time when the menu actually opens, this delay is called first input delay. On my website is really fast, so it is not a problem here, but there can be a lot of events on your website when a user try to do something, and there's a delay between when user initiated that action and when he sees the response. For example, anything, if you click on something and there used to be a box which should appear, but it takes some time to that box to be appear. So that is first input delay. Let me give you another example that how you can understand FID. So this is my website, and I provide web consultation services for 1 hour. And you can see this is the checkout page, and user has to enter the name, last name, a lot of different information. But if you see here is a section which is a coupon code section. So if somebody click here to enter a code, they click here, and you see this section appears. This section appears here. So the time when user click here and the time when this section appears, this time is called FID. My website is already optimized, so you cannot see a lot of delay here. But in your case, you have something like this on your website and it's loading really late, so that is FID. I hope this made you very clear what is FID. To understand TBT, let's see why this delay happens. So when I click on this menu, there is a JavaScript file on my website which is responsible to display this section on the screen. And when I close the button, the same JavaScript file is also responsible to close this section. And this JavaScript is loaded by the browser. Imagine what happens. Somebody open a website, and before this JavaScript file loaded, somebody tried to click on the menu will not open. It will take some time to menu be open because the JavaScript file hasn't loaded yet. So this is TBT, which is total blocking time. In other words, TBT measures the total amount of time your web page was blocked, preventing the user from interacting your web page. I hope you get a good idea. If somebody is trying to do something on your website, but it's not happening because JavaScript is loading in the backend. So this blocking time is called TBT, and this delay, that how much time the user get the response, is called FID, or first input delay. Okay, now the big question, why we need to consider TBT and FID together? Because as per Google standards, you need to improve your FID, but there is no direct measurement to calculate FID because everyone interacts with your website in very different way. For example, somebody open your website, they directly click on menu, or they directly click on a link. Someone else, they come to your website, they just scroll the page, and in the meantime, already the JavaScript they loaded in the background. So every user got different kind of behaviors. So it is really hard to measure the FID. So what we measure here, we measure a TBT. What is total blocking time? So we make sure when the user open your website, as fast as it is possible, all the scripts should be loaded and they're ready to use. So when somebody click on link or somebody tap on a button, so the JavaScript or style file which are responsible to do that action, they're already loaded and working. Or you can say, if you want to solve FID on your website, you should improve the TBT. So the less blocking time for those scripts will be on your website, the less will be FID. In easy word, if you want to solve FID, just solve TBT. So when you test your website by Google PageSpeed Insight or Lighthouse, you can see there are a lot of Core Web Vital will be displayed here, and you can see there is FID here. But when you go to solution part, you can see there is no FID here, but you have TBT here. If you click on TBT, you can see all the reasons which are responsible for increasing the total blocking time on your website. So what we can do? So we can target TBT, so FID will be solved automatically. You can see I'm scoring 100 out of 100 on my website, and I'm passing for all the Core Web Vitals because I targeted the TBT. My total blocking time is really less. If I show the TBT for my website, you can see here, you can see I have just one notice here, which is avoid long mains thread task, which is not contributing so much. Okay, let's see how much your TBT and FID should be. To provide a good user experience, sites should have FID less than 100 millisecond, and your TBT score should be less than 150 ms. You can see here my TBT is less than 150 ms. It is not giving me any problem, so it is 150 ms or less, it's perfectly fine. And if you're still watching this video and you get some value, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you're a web designer or a student, share this video with somebody, with your friends, with your co-workers, with your colleagues, so that they can also learn about what is FID and TBT. Okay, so now we know so much about FID and TBT. Let's see how we can solve it. So like I told you, we have to target TBT, not FID. So let's see how we can improve TBT. I can give you two versions how to solve TBT. One simple one is detailed one. Simple one is keep your website light. Have minimum JavaScript on your website. Don't merge the files together. I know now you will say like merging file is a good thing. All the plugins does that. But yeah, now Google changes its standard, so it is really complicated if you're merging all your files and making a big file, which take more time to load. Or you cannot merge your files and just load files separately, but in a non-blocking way. So this was the easy version, but let's see the detailed version. I think if you don't understand, you can rewatch this video, and I promise you'll be able to solve TBT and FID on your website. Okay, the first thing, reduce the impact of third-party code. How you can do that? You can use the async or defer attribute for the script tags on your website. Establishing early connection to required origins. You can use lazy loading. Second thing, reduce JavaScript execution time. Only send the code to the website which are used by browser. Do not have so much JavaScript code which you're not using anymore or loaded by some plugins. I created another video how we can reduce the JavaScript files on particular pages using Asset Cleaner plugin. Just check the description of the video or check the card on the top how we can do that. Minify your code, super easy thing. Everybody knows all the optimization plugin offer this feature. It takes like 1 minute to do that. You can just check your option to minify the code and it will really help you to improve your TBT. Remove unused code. Like I said before, do not have the code which you are not using on website. Sometimes what I do, I have so many websites, I add some code on them, and then after a few years or few months later, I don't use those code anymore. So target those codes which you are not using and remove those codes. Again, Asset Cleaner is a good plugin to do that. Third thing is to minimize the main thread work. Reduce the scope and complexity of style calculations. For example, if you have a big, huge slide on your website, which is loading like 20 images, so it creates like div inside images and a lot of text. So don't do that. Just load like few images. In a slide, load like few images. Or for example, if your menu, it goes like 100 navigation items, you should decrease that to make few navigation items in the menu. So fourth thing, will keep request counts low and transfer small sizes. It is very self-explanatory. Use the Minify version. I don't use heavy JavaScript on your website. How you can do this? I created a video about this. You can identify the plugins which are adding a lot of load on your website. You can check the video on the top card on the description of this video. By using Query Monitor, you can find out which plugin are adding a lot of load on your website. You can remove those plugins and replace with the nice plugins. Check the description to watch the complete video. And guys, if you feel this was really complicated for you, I created a video on Lightspeed Cache plugin. You can use this plugin and you do not need to worry about FCP, LCP, FID, CLS, all these complicated things. You can just watch this video on your screen and you can solve all these problems automatically. But make sure you take backup of your website because it's an advanced plugin. It might need some tuning on your website. So make a backup and use this video and you can solve all this issue automatically. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you got some value out of this video.